Awesome. So without any further ado, Doris, I want you to go ahead and get yourself started with with the with the dandruff part. Do you need anything from me?
No, I don't think we have a picture. I think we did at
No.
one time, but I don't know whether there's still a picture or slide. There is a
No,
slide somewhere
I
showing.
don't remember seeing one about
Yeah,
dandruff, but we'll make sure that
I
you can
think
talk
that
about
was
that.
early stage.
All right. Well, go ahead,
But
Doris. Let us know
anyway,
what
I
dandruff
just want to
is.
say to the ones that are here for the first time, we welcome you. Um, you took out of your time to come to learn, to gain more knowledge in hair loss and hair restoration. And today I decided that maybe we need to know a little bit more about dandruff because it is summer. This is the summer months, and we're coming into, and summer always maybe have a little twist to it. So I just want to let you know in the beginning, dandruff is not contagious. A lot of people say, "Oh, well, don't use that comb on me. You use it on somebody else's, they may have dandruff, it's contagious." Dandruff is not contagious. It's just an accumulation of dead cells that are sitting on the scalp that are clogging up the pores, doing all the damage that it can do, but it's not contagious. Okay. And this we're going into the summer months. We're already into summer, and the summer months has an effect on dandruff and the increase of it. Okay. It has an effect. It creates a moist environment on the scalp, and moisture can accelerate dandruff symptoms. Sweat, mix it with natural oils and dirt. Sweat. We sweat a lot in the summertime. And if we have those accelerated cells on our scalp, it mixes with those cells, sweat, and it causes those pores to be even more clogged. Heat and humidity. Okay, higher temperatures and humidity can lead to a more oily scalp. Okay, that's very important that we know that and we know what to do with it. Excessive oil can mix with dead skin cells, increasing dandruff. Okay, and also dandruff can be disguised as product that's left on the scalp. If we don't rinse properly, we can end up saying, "Oops, this person has a lot of dandruff," but it's not always the flaky sales. It can be improper rinsing of the products. That's very important too. Sun exposure, excessive, excessively to scalp, uh, dryness, and irritation. I know I went to a flea market one day with my daughter, and that sun was so hot. It was beaming down on my head, and let me tell you, it was hurting. So I know if I could have stood out there longer, it probably would have caused damage to my scalp and caused more dandruff, more flakiness. But I couldn't take it. Although we should go out and get some vitamin D, but that was a little more than I needed that day, and I had to get out from out there. Then we go into swimming. We do a lot of swimming in the summertime, and the chlorinated or salty water. Okay, swimming pools, that's where the chlorinated water is, and the ocean bring us the salt water, leading to flaky and dandruff. We definitely got to be more aware of that type of water where we're swimming, what we're going to do about it. So let me just give you a few tips on what to do in the summertime. Dandruff during the summer months. First, you're going to regularly shampoo the hair. You're going to take out 3-in-1 shampoo, just like the young lady said, Miss B. White says she has a client that only do the shampoo. That's a good thing because it's a 3-in-1 shampoo. Okay, we want to make sure that we are cleansing that scalp to get all those dead cells, which could have been motivated by the sun. It could have been motivated by uh, the swimming. It could have been anything that could have led over active sebaceous glands, which secretes the sebum that ends up on the scalp that comes out through the hair. We got to stay hydrated. We got to drink a lot of water. A lot of us don't drink water. We don't. Some people say, "I don't like water, Doris." I said, "But if you don't like water, you don't like yourself because you need water to continue to make those cells be as healthy as possible when they split." So you got to drink a lot of water. You're supposed to be drinking at least 3 times. I mean, half of your body weight in ounces. How many of us really do that? Okay. And then we have to protect our scalp. Like when I was out there that day, if I had had something on my head, I would have been protecting my scalp, but I didn't. And it was, ooh, I'm telling you, that was a hurry. I had to hurry up and get out of that sun. Okay. And after you come from swimming, you want to rinse your hair thoroughly. You want to rinse thoroughly. You want to even shampoo again. Okay. You want to rinse, but make sure you rinse thoroughly, especially if you're wearing locks or you're wearing braids. And you don't want to rinse with a high force of water. You want to rinse with a low force of water so the water will get inside of the lock or inside of the braid. Because when you rinse with a high force of water, it's just bouncing off. It's not really going in like it should. Okay, so you want to rinse with a low force of water, and you want to rinse for a long period of time to make sure all that debris that have gotten inside your lock or inside your braid that you are getting out. And then if you're familiar with the Akana scalp facial, you want to do at least 2 facials, scalp facials a month. Even you may need more depending on how much activity that's going on in your life. But you want to make sure you do at least 2 scalp facials a month. And if you don't know how to do scalp facials, we have the procedures for you once you get the healing hair kit. Okay. Then we're going to look at inflammation. Inflammation weakens the hair follicles, leaves your hair shedding. That's a part of those dry cells. And if you are a consultant, healing hair consultant, you have the trichoscopy and you've analyzed scalps and you can see the inflammation, which is just sitting there illuminating through the scalp. That's very important that you know that if you got inflammation up as your scalp, you got it probably throughout the body. Inflammation is not good. It is not good for nobody, okay? And none of your cells are happy about inflammation. Then when you have the dry, itchy scalp, you stretching, okay? Itchy with dandruff. It's associated with dandruff. You stretching, you causing damage to your hair follicles because the hair follicle lies about a 0.3 centimeter beneath the epidermis. The epidermis being the top layer of skin. And if you got something that you're stretching with and you don't care, and most people don't care what they grab to scratch with, as long as they're soothing that itch, you can end up damaging that follicle. If you damage that follicle and it becomes sick, if you become deaf to the follicle, you have caused a follicle hysterectomy. There will be no more hair in that area. Okay, very important. Uh, and it also can result in hair breakage or loss. You getting all tangled up in there could cause hair breakage. Then the scalp condition. There's underlying scalp conditions, uh, and the symptoms are very obvious. You have the seborrhea dermatitis. Seborrhea, you have seborrhea oleosis, meaning it's oil related, or seborrhea sicca is very dry, or psoriasis. That can also be present uh, from a dry, itchy scalp. Um, we want to make sure that we impart scalp ability. It impairs scalp ability to have a healthy head of hair or a healthy scalp. And if you know a healthy scalp promotes healthy hair. Then you have the oil, you have the product buildup on the hair. That's not good. You want to make sure that when you shampoo, you get to the cuticle layer, get all that build up off the cuticle layer. You want to make sure that you rinse. Every rinse should be like your last rinse. some people say, well, I'm going to shampoo again. I don't need to rinse at all. Yes, each time you rinse, it should be your like it's your last rinse. Okay. You want to create an environment that is conducive to healthy hair, not non-conducive. You want it to be a healthy scalp. A healthy scalp, again, promotes healthy hair. And being that hair is the barometer of the body, if something is going on not good in the body, it usually comes out in the hair. Now we know we lose anywhere from 50 to 100 strands a day, but if we're losing more than that, that's not normal. Okay, even if you have your hair in braids, if you have them in locks, more than likely, if you have them in locks, like I'm just starting my locks, they're probably about 5 months old. I don't take them down, so all my hair that is shedding is staying inside. It's being re-rolled back into the hair. If you have twists or braids, you take them a loose. And when you take them a loose, there's that hair that did uh, break loose, okay, in the catagen and telogen stage, but it didn't get out. So now you have all that hair that is built, that has come off, but didn't get out. So I always say to you, when you're taking those kind of braids down, you want to use our leave-in detangling conditioner. That is what you want to use to take out those tangles, to take out that debris that's just sitting in those braids and get all that hair that came off during that period of time you was locked down, and then take them to the shampoo bowl and to take the 3-in-1 shampoo with you so you can thoroughly cleanse that scalp, thoroughly cleanse that shaft, and make sure that you're getting a healthy scalp and healthy hair. Because remember, I always start my healing hair day session with you are what you eat. You can't be nothing else. When your cells break, you are what you eat. Very, very important. Okay. So that's what you're going to do and make sure it is summer. Again, summertime brings on a lot of different elements that can cause those cells, those dead cells, to clog up on your scalp, clog up on your pores. Your skin is the largest organ of elimination. You want to let those toxins out. And if they can't get out because you have not properly cleansed your hair, it can cause those pores to clog up on you, and it can cause folliculitis, which simply means something is wrong with the follicle. The follicle is what houses that strand of hair. The follicle is the one that makes sure it is safe, it is getting the nourishments that is needed until it gets out. When it gets out, then it depends on you to feed it the right thing. Hair is made of moisture and it's made of protein. So you want to make sure that you are giving the hair back the moisture and the protein. And always keep in mind, you can over moisturize a head of hair as well as over proteinize a head of hair. You want to make sure you keep the balance in there. Okay. So it's important. Again, dandruff, not contagious. It could be a half rinsed head, meaning that you didn't rinse all the product off. And when it dried with that dusty look on the scalp because the product was built up there. It also, and you end up with scaly look, okay, flaky look, okay. Also, we deal with the mental side of it, the psychological side of dandruff. People who have dandruff uh, and it's falling on their shoulder, they can't wear a black outfit because if they do, those little particles flakes going to end up on their shoulder. That's embarrassing and very annoying. So we want to make sure it causes stress and it causes anxiety. We do have something for stress and anxiety because I had suffered with anxiety and I take a gummy, but some people don't know that. So they hate to put on a black outfit because they look on their shoulder. It's like, man, all those flakes in up there, and somebody come up on you and dust you off. That can be embarrassing. So keep that in mind, how it messes with your mental state to have dandruff showing up in your life. Okay. So we want to make sure we stick to the program. We shampoo regularly. We do our scalp facials at least twice a month. We rinse as soon as we come out of the pool, whether it's from the pool, the chlorinated water, or whether it's from the ocean, the salt water. We want to make sure we're drinking a lot of water. A lot of people don't drink a lot of water. They don't like water. But if you don't like water, you don't like yourself because that will keep you hydrated. Okay? Are there any questions? Kathy?
I'm sorry. I
B,
stepped
you have
out for a
any
moment.
questions? Mm-hmm.
Let me see here. Hello, Nature's Comfort.
Pardon me?
Hello,
Okay.
Nature's Comfort. I see another
Oh,
person that has joined us. I don't see any questions in the chat, but guys, feel free to unmute yourself like B has and um ask any questions that you have of Doris about dandruff.
My question is, I just want to make sure that I got this straight. Um, uh-oh, sorry,
mhm.
lost you. Sorry.
No, we can hear you. We
There
saw
you
you.
are. Okay. Um, so you said that what causes of the clogged pores is sweating, and then there's swimming, and if we do swimming and more of the ocean than the pool would be worse.
Well,
Is
I
one
think both of
worse?
both of them are, Miss B, both of them are not really good. But
Mm-hmm.
what you need to do is either one you chose to go in, whether it's the
Mm-hmm.
ocean or it's the pool, you want
Mm-hmm.
to rinse the thoroughly after you get out. Okay,
Okay.
you want to shampoo your hair.
Uh-huh.
You want to drink a lot of water, and
I didn't write that
at
down.
least twice a month you want to do a scalp facial, twice a month when in the summertime. And then what is causing the clogged pores? Your dead cells are accumulating on the scalp, and
Mm-hmm.
you're not getting them off as fast as they're coming on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But we as a race of people, African Americans, we don't shampoo our hair every day. Okay. It's because of the way we have to style our hair, end up styling it. So we don't shampoo every day.
Mm-hmm.
So we have that build up even more so. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and then we have some people have seborrhea oleosis. That's the oily dandruff, and some people have seborrhea seta. That's the dry dandruff. Now, if you have oleosis, just imagine that's the oily. So that's mixing with your cells that's sitting there. So you're just accumulating oil and cells and all that other debris that could be there.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not rinsing properly, it can be even more so. So we want to make sure as a stylist or if you a person who do your own hair, you want to make sure the rinsing is very important after every shampoo. Not after the last shampoo, but after every shampoo. You want to make sure you rinse well.
Okay. And what was I gonna say? So now when you said something about what is it? Cirrhosis? That's
Psoriasis.
psoriasis. Okay.
Mhm.
Now that's really where your skin is just ugly.
It's like a patchy,
Mm-hmm.
scaly type of
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But it's still
Mm-hmm.
that is another one that's really not contagious, but it shows up,
Right.
and it shows up a lot more on African American than
Mm-hmm. My daughter has it in her head. She told
yeah.
me the other day. So
She
I
should use the hemp powered hair oil. You have that?
I do not, but I will. I'm adding
Get
it to
that
my list.
and
Uh-huh.
have her to use that at least
Okay.
3 times a week.
And that's just drops in your hair, right? You don't, she
Uh-huh.
doesn't
And
have to put it under her tongue.
she doesn't have to, but it wouldn't hurt. It'll just
Okay.
speed up the process.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Tell her just
And she
massage.
needs vitamin D as well, correct?
Yes, vitamin D is what we can naturally get from the sun,
Uh-huh.
but if not, you can take the tablet. I take the vitamin
Okay.
D, because I
Okay.
don't get a lot of sun out the natural way.
Okay. All
And
right.
like I say, when I was out that day at that farmer's market, I thought somebody had a torch to my head. It was so hot.
Mm, okay. Anybody else have a question? Because I'll keep going. No. All right. Well, I'm
I
gonna
don't
keep
think
going
so.
until somebody says something.
Go
Um,
ahead.
uh, now when you were talking about the scalp facial,
Hmm.
what is that called so I can order that?
It's the healing hair kit,
Oh, okay.
and everything you need is in that kit.
Okay. And it will give me the instructions so that I
Once you,
can read
what
it
if,
because the writing is so small.
okay, but Miss B, once you get the kit,
Uh-huh.
take my number. If it doesn't, if it's not in your kit, I
Uh-huh.
will send you the procedure.
All right.
310
Mm-hmm.
920
Mm-hmm.
3065.
3065.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It may
Thank you
be in
so.
there by now, but if not, I'll send it to you.
All right. Okay.
And I suggest that people who are doing a lot of summer swimming to
Mm-hmm.
do scalp facial at least twice a month.
Oh, okay.
And the purpose of that scalp facial is to deep cleanse those pores. And
Okay.
it really does work.
Okay. All right.
And this is your first time on, Ms. D. Let me just share something with you. We don't guarantee anything, but
No, right.
we go according to testimonies.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But we don't guarantee because we don't know what people are doing.
Mm-hmm. Right. And I think I've heard you speak one time and you said, and once you start using a product, to continue with the same product. Don't be
For six
switching
months.
back and forth and back and forth.
Exactly. You
Okay.
heard me right. You
All
heard me
right.
right. For 6 months. Give it
Oh,
6 months
6 months.
without crossing it with any other line.
Oh,
Because you
okay.
don't know, because if you are crossing it, you don't know what's working.
Right. Okay. All right. Uh, something else I know you said I wanted to ask about. I'm looking at my notes. Okay. Did you say if you have a dry, itchy scalp, don't scratch it with just anything
Exactly. You want to
like a
get
fork?
something. Oh yeah.
People scratch when they have braids.
I
Take a
know.
fork and
I know.
scratch with a fork.
That's not good because you can break the skin and cause damage to that follicle. That's why it's not advised to do that.
Okay.
But they do it. They
o-
can't. They get anything. But we
Okay.
have hemp power hair oil
Mm-hmm.
that has black seed oil in it, which is a scalp soother.
Mm-hmm.
We have that. And when I go to my sessions, I have a comb that's called a scalp soother that
Mm-hmm.
my daughter's sister, best friend, she has made this comb. It's really good, but
Mm-hmm.
you don't want to dig in your scalp like that.
Okay. All right. Guess that's about all for me. Oh, I did receive the kit once, and it has this oatmeal stuff in there, right?
It has baking soda.
Baking soda. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, can you just use a portion of that?
Oh, if you're gonna
Or
do the healing hair, you want to mix just like it says next.
all right, all right, all right.
Yeah, you're not really using that healing hair kit has several applications in it, doesn't it, Doris?
Uh-huh. It's
Absolutely.
not a one time only.
It's not a one
Okay.
time only kit. But yeah, depending on the size of the head, right, Doris?
Exactly.
Not the
Mhm.
length of the hair. So depending on the
Oh,
size of the head, it's going to be how much of that scalp facial um, mixture that you put together.
All right.
Yes.
All
Absolutely.
right.
Darn,
Because
this has been awesome.
your focus at that point is the scalp, not the length of the hair.
Mm, okay. Head. Big old head.
Anything else that you'd like to bring up or cover, Doris?
No, that's it.
Awesome. Well, listen, I hope you enjoy the rest of your Monday. Your hair is looking great. You are the
Yes.
perfect model and spokesperson for our hair products. Your hair is jumping out of your head. I wish I could show you my little knotted style I got going on. But like it says, my camera cannot be detected. So whatever. But anywho, thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you guys next Monday. All right. Have a
All right.
wonderful rest
Okay.
of the day.
You
All right.
too.
Thank you,
Y'all be
Kathleen.
safe.